Okay. Well, I'm Madison, and this is Natalie. We're a full-service marketing agency based out of Ellensburg, but we have clients throughout the county and the state. And we are going to be discussing today collaboration and community for all different types of industries, especially on social media, and how to just engage and collaborate with partners in your industry. Are you guys mostly business owners or marketing professionals? Okay, business owners. Cool. Okay, right on. Community is a really big, broad spectrum. It is kind of creating and strengthening your own community, which can be your online audience or people coming into your brick and mortar location. Because oneness matters, and the community makes people feel like they're part of something bigger and want to actually engage, which could be converting and making a purchasing decision to choose you.
Another thing that we value about community is your community is your support. And so we put here, it's about giving a damn about your neighbor, and then the sales don't hurt. So if everybody had that mentality, then we're all supporting each other.
Yes, and it's also statistically backed that more than half of consumers want brands to use social media to help connect like-minded people together. And then 1/3 plus of consumers are looking for communities that they can belong to on social media. We always say it's called social media, so use that socially, and of course it can help support your business goals as well.
So you can create a community and an audience by using engagement, and there are so many ways to do this online and through social media. Creating content that creates loyalty, so keeps those followers. Do you want to explain hot takes?
Yeah, so if you're creating an engaged audience, it's somebody who's wanting to interact with your post by liking or commenting or messaging you. And so you can create kind of or a unique opinion that maybe they can relate to, sharing industry information that they can't get anywhere else. Really developing something that's valuable on social media. So instead of just putting out kind of basic everybody's doing on in your industry on social, won't necessarily cut it when you're trying to create a really engaged community that's going to purchase from you.
Without comments, likes, shares, there's really no conversation happening online either. So those elements are extremely important in engaging. And then relatable brand personality, it's considering who is this audience that is following my content? What are their lives like? What are they thinking? And are we speaking to that?
Yes. And
did you want me to go back?
No, just we were gonna say we'll do a Q&A at the end. So if you guys have specific questions, then feel free to ask then. We're also going to talk about utilizing collaborations and show a couple of examples of collaborating on social media with other brands.
Okay, so when it comes to a partnership or a collaboration, you want to make sure that everyone involved benefits from it, that the audience is similar. There's really no point in making a collaboration if the two brands don't speak to each other in some way, because you want those audiences to maybe adopt, right? Like you'd want them to kind of
cross in what they've purchased. So maybe it's not exactly the same audience, but if they're very similar, where they'd be interested in kind of sharing a shared goal, is really strong, and you have clear expectations from the beginning of what you'd like to do on social media to help promote both of you. At the end of the day, the goal is to bring people together. And sometimes it's easy to jump into a collaboration without really sitting down with your partner and talking about what you both want to see out of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, clear goals. Sorry.
So connecting online is basically including outbound with other content. A lot of people will schedule social media posts or they'll post on social, but then there's nothing else. There's no engagement. There's no collaboration. Not only is it better for the algorithm for your content to be prioritized when your account is engaging on others' accounts, But it also looks good to just be a community member and like other businesses post, comment and tell them that you're excited about what they're doing. And being on your story, posting on your story, messaging people. These are all things that really create an engaged profile online, which is your digital storefront, right? So you want to seem like when somebody walks in the door to your business, your online business, you're saying hello and how can I help you instead of just being tucked in the corner away.
Yeah, it shows you're active and that you're open and that you care about the people following you in your account.
Another way you can do this is shout out. So this can help to increase reach because you're reaching more people when they share your content. And also getting your brand in front of their users. You can tag them in the caption of your post by doing the @ sign and then tagging their handle, or actually clicking on a photo in the post and tagging them that way.
And also, if you are working on a collaboration with another brand, I would see when you're working on like a contest or something, make sure that you talk about privacy settings because that does affect tags and shares.
Here's like a small example of an organic social media post by the Kittitas Cafe. They posted the daily record and a croissant and one of their coffees, and they just said, "Good morning." And this is an organic post with kind of an effortless shout out. They tagged the daily record and the daily record well. And it was simply relatable. When I saw this, I thought, oh, that looks like a great morning. That looks like something that I can relate to. And even though it's not like we're the Kittitas Cafe, come in today and buy your coffee from us, it's driving some of this relatability. This is an account I would follow because it has something that looks like a view that I would experience. It's locally relevant. And this post at the time had 171 likes totally organically because it was shared to both audiences.
Yeah. And if it spoke to someone like you, you were driven to like it and engage with it yourself.
Yes. You may need to click. We're still in the Zoom. Another way that you can, yeah, just click there and then.
I see. Yeah.
Another way you can do this is cross collaboration and collaborating on a post. So, right there. Thank you. Yes. You can do this very strategically about how you would like to cross promote each other. An example that we experienced this last summer, we were working with the Kittitas Valley Event Center, and they were hosting a concert, Patriot Night Under the Lights. And they had no professional photography, so us stepping in to help run their social media, we were just like, what are we gonna do? We don't have any photos to promote this event. We were talking with the owners of Flirt, boutique store down, saying that they were looking to shake up the backgrounds of their photo shoots because they always took pictures of their models in the actual location, and they wanted something a little bit more unique and seasonal for going into rodeo season. So we supported each other and collaborated with them to go in on a shared photo shoot at the Kittitas County Fairgrounds. And this gave Flirt photos with a background, several different backgrounds that were unique to them and their campaign, and also helped to use throughout the Patriot Night Under the Lights campaign. And a great way that this kind of helped supported us too was sharing in our captions and our posts leading up to the events. We would tag them and say, you know, the countdown is on for Patriot Night Under the Lights. Now's the time to start thinking about grabbing your girl gang and choosing the perfect country-inspired outfit for this night to remember. Flirt, and we tag them both in the post and in the caption, is located right downtown. Styles from blue jeans to boots. So you can gear up with confidence and shine all summer. So we had multiple campaigns in a content calendar, multiple posts like this where we were tagging them, and they did the same back. They posted multiple times about attending the concert and gearing up with Flirt.
Yeah, and in some ways, by incorporating Flirt was giving the thumbs up for that event, and Kittitas Valley Event Center was giving the thumbs up for, you can find the gear you need for this event at Flirt. So it really was an advocacy.
Yeah. Endorsement. An endorsement.
So there is a tool on Instagram where you can add a collaborator on a post, which means it shows up on both feeds. And this is a really good tool to use and something that we have done as well. This is what this slide is about, right? So what's helpful is it doesn't have to be shared. You don't have to rely on the other partner to share it to their feed. It's just automatic. And so it's guaranteed. And probably multiple, because sharing still reaches out that way. And you can do this by co-hosting on a Facebook event.
So if there's an event like for this workshop that the chamber makes, they can add us as a co-host. We accept that, and then it goes out to both of our followers on Facebook.
A fun way that we did this just in 2022, right? Wheeline Cider is one of our clients, and you can find their cider in multiple. This was one of them. It's a place called Beer Den in Yakima, if you've ever been there. They have a whole tap line of beers and ciders. And so we reached out to them and we created this outsider campaign because Wheeline Cider is only open to the public for a small season. And so we wanted to do some outreach on their off season. And so we thought, why don't we highlight these real retail locations? And so this outsider campaign wasn't so much of Wheeline Cider. So Beer Den provides this amazing atmosphere. They have such good drinks, and they have them carry our cider as well. We love working with them, and that was our aim with this. And so we went into Beer Den. We talked to them. We got a lot of content,
testimonial of
why they, yeah.
And then it was shared on both sides. So it was communicated in advance. Hey, we're going to come out. We're going to get this content. And then will you also share it? And they were able to share with their audience to create something.
So that we also wrote a blog, and that got a lot of traction as well.
Another way that you can get stirred up in your community and participate is getting your brand recognized. And that can be associating your business with something that you care about, more of a PR effort, or this could look like sponsoring something, giving back, or being engaged on a board, and also the why behind what you do into your marketing strategy in a community-oriented way.
Because that's also part of what people, why they connect with your brand in the first place. So.
An example of this is we have clients, David and Erin Chamberlain. They're a real estate team out of Ellensburg, and they love Halloween and they love their community. They have a little girl. They love family dynamics. And instead of just doing more campaigns and ads of buy, they said, why isn't the haunted house driving tour in Ellensburg that was started a couple years ago by the Ellensburg Downtown Association? Why is this not continuing anymore? And is there a way that we can revive it? So we had helped work with the EDA and some other partners on the project this year to develop a haunted house driving tour, which is basically where homes in Ellensburg can dress up their homes in spooky decor and into Ellensburg Community Radio's spooky playlist. And this is something that they're not making any money off of, right? They're just doing it because of brand recognition, and community collaboration.
And a big part of their brand is they love Ellensburg. They don't just want to sell you a house, they want to sell you the town. So this plays right into not only, like you said, home related, because it's haunted houses, but this is them giving back to the community that they love so much, and they're encouraging you to they love so much.
So for your own business, maybe think about what is a way that I can get involved and have my brand, my logo associated with something that I believe in. Is there maybe an event or organization that you're interested in, or their values line up with your business values? There might be potential to collaborate or support them in some way, which is a form of organic earned media.
Mhm.
And then lastly, Cass County community. Are you guys all located in Ellensburg or Cleveland? Yes? Okay. Your local community.
Mhm.
So you can discover and promote local accomplishments, events, and businesses. Go on your business feed and see who are you following and what's happening to them. Comment them and congratulate them. Ask some questions about what's happening. Again, sometimes we get so burnt out on our personal social media. We don't want to be on Facebook all day or scrolling on our when we post for our business, we can't just put it out there and then turn it off. We need to also be doing kind of the external engagement of just kind of discovering what's happening in the community and participating in events and business growth in your industry.
This is also a good opportunity to engage with businesses or, that might not have that similar audience that we talked about before. Because when you are advocating for your local neighbor, maybe they'll advocate for you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, sometimes that's the best form of marketing in a small town.
Mm-hmm.
And another way,
relationships.
yes.
Right?
And sometimes it's not marketing. Sometimes it's just being a good neighbor and things come back around. You're looking for a desk and somebody's getting rid of one, or you have an event coming up and somebody invites their friend.
Mm-hmm.
It can help overall business goals as well to be just keeping up on your timeline on social media.
Yeah.
And some other things are like, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, go for it.
Tagging your location on posts. It's like saying, I am here in Cass County. I'm here in Cleveland. People can discover your content by visiting the location tag.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I was going to say another way is showcasing that, but you said it exactly, is if you're proud to be an Ellensburg or Cleveland resident, put that location on your feed, put it in a hashtag,
And put what you need out there. So sometimes on social, we want to just kind of do the cookie cutter. Happy Monday, everybody. What are your goals? I think like if you, let's say, are looking for a new studio space or an office location, just post about it. Communicate with your local community on social media. Even if it's on your story, put it out there. You never know where different relationships can lead you.
Yep. We've seen firsthand it comes back around. Just the law of attraction in that sense of it will come back to you.
Yeah. And when you're connecting with others, if it's events or online, there are endless and get involved and just get creative with each other. But it really takes putting yourself out there.
Absolutely.
Another way you can get involved is getting involved with the Chamber of Commerce. You guys have already taken this step, but this is a really solid organization that provides a lot of help for businesses and a lot of exactly this, engagement in the community, finding ways to connect with others and find assistance. You can join community gatherings and groups. That's another way to get yourself out there, get your business out there. Or again, sponsor an event or cause. It doesn't need to be related to your brand necessarily. It could be simply giving back and knowing that you're going to get a lot of eyes on your brand if your logo is associated with something big.
Mm-hmm. So ultimately, just repeating ourselves again, like everybody wins when collaboration is involved, especially when you have the right boundaries, the right attitude, and the right. We love this quote, alone we can do so little, but together we can do so much. And we very genuinely, as a brand, believe in the value of we need community and we need each other. So how can we do this to where it also benefits our business?
There's endless opportunity for every business, especially in this county. Everybody is very community minded and wanting to help each other out. And even in your own industry with your quote unquote competitors, We truly believe that the region is growing so fast. There's just so much opportunity coming to all of us. And the more our dreams and this reality, the easier that it will happen. So yes, that's it. It's kind of a bunch of ideas kind of thrown at the wall for how to collaborate and engage with both your own community and in this community. So do you guys have any questions about any of this, or did you want to see something that maybe we haven't discussed yet? Here.
I just have a comment. Anybody wants to collaborate, I am looking to see.
Love it.
That's what I do literally all day.
So what type of collaborations do you do?
I'm actually outreach coordinator. So right now we're in the midst of Llewellyn. We're in the midst of Christmas and Carol planning. So if anybody wants to do anything for Christmas, go tonight here at 4 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
So it's really just we do all of the collaborations, and so anybody that wants, like, we have I think 12. We have another group that's doing another ladies' night, so we're trying to get the community more involved, bring in more downtown.
So if a business has, let's say, an event coming up or like a special promotion, they can just contact you and you'll share it?
And we'll share it, or we'll figure out how CETA can get involved, how we can help support you in your endeavors. How, we're also that community piece that you're saying, like how the chamber, also that hub more than the chambers out here. So yeah.
Love it.
I think that's another big thing is utilize your resources. It might take a little extra work, some research, but there are always those organizations that are willing to offer complimentary help, and definitely useful.
What other questions are there?
Or statements?
What kind of services do you think for
Overall, digital marketing and print, PR.
We do online ads, organic social media, social ads. We do photography, videography, and brand development, so design and logo development. We really specialize and tend to do a lot of social media and social media advertising, as well as content development, like newsletters and blog development. But we do website updates and really the whole for over 2 years now. And we are going to have a location on Main Street in Ellensburg soon. So we have a full team of support, and we're here. So if you guys have any questions about, what we've talked about today or about collaboration or community, definitely reach out to your local organizations that are there to help support you, but feel free to reach out to us too and let us know if you have any questions.
Yeah, we're always happy to evaluate the situation too. Collaborating online and you felt like it didn't work out very well, we're happy to walk through it with you and maybe point out what could have been done differently or what you could do going forward.
Yeah, I think what sometimes gets frustrating with partnerships is not having clear expectations from the get-go. So let's say if you're working with all these businesses that are planning to go in on a girls' night, a lot of times, especially for first-time events, it's just everybody kind of promoting it, but is having a idea of what does everybody want out of this campaign. Maybe we sit down and go over, are we all announcing it on this day? Are we all tagging each other? Is there maybe a graphic that can be shared across all platforms from all people? So we find that in the beginning, having that conversation and choosing, is this a partner that I do want to partner with? And is it clear of what the back and forth is going to be? Because sometimes it can be tough when those expectations are not. Have a good day. Yeah, it can be tough when you just kind of go into it, let's promote each other, and then they don't share anything. And it feels like when you're in class and you're doing the whole team project by yourself.
Yeah.
So, and then you say, I never want to partner with them after. you know, after it all, I never want to do it again. Sometimes it's good to just be proactive and take a moment in our busy, crazy business lives to say, let's sit down here and talk about the timeline and our expectations and how we both can really gain something from this.
First of all, do you guys find that the blog does seem to get a lot of engagement? Because I know that blogs kind of sometimes
Totally depends on the industry.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
is your business?
We work at Gerald's,
Okay, nice.
and we have a we dusted it off
Yeah.
a bit. So yeah, that was just curious. Like,
I think it comes down to what the content is and your SEO. That's a big part of it. And also, are you advertising it to your followers?
Yeah.
You know, that's but definitely making sure it's search friendly, I think, is a big piece of it. And, you know, that lovely line of not too long, not too short, using, and here's the other thing. You have to consider your audience's language as a big part of speaking to your audience. So it really, like you said, it depends on the industry. Not every industry needs a blog.
Yeah.
Or that each business in that industry needs a blog. So
yeah, sure.
really considering, is that the right thing for us?
Yeah.
And for your time, because writing is, as you know, it's like what we find that the best blogs that do really well are when we're announcing something big or sharing like a win or letting people know of something they haven't heard before.
Yeah.
Because it's something that you actually want to read. Think about when you're opening up the newspaper or a magazine, it's like, if it's just another article about something basic, refurnishing your kitchen, then you're not going to read it necessarily. But if it says this new innovative, you know, style is out of doing something a certain way, then it's something that you actually would take 30 seconds.
In this world of marketing, there's so much out there. So it's really becoming an art to narrow it down on why would someone pay attention to this. It has to be extra gripping and it feels really big. But ultimately, when you focus mainly on those loyalty aspects, like truly speaking to your audience, I think followers can also tell when you're testing all over the place, like, you know, like who can I reach out to? It's like, pick your person and speak to them always. And that's what keeps people, you know, loyal to you.
And to kind of tag off of that, what do you guys use, or do you have a recommendation for tracking engagement? And like, because we have something that we use and we're not like super.
For your website or for your social media?
Just for social media, that
I use, you know, Meta Business.
just Meta, that's what we,
It has, you know, everything that you'd want to see. You can do more comprehensive. Do you guys have e-commerce? Does Gerald sell online, or is it just?
We do, yeah, and our website's through Shopify.
Okay, so there's that you can introduce if you're not already, to track the conversions of who actually comes from, let's say, your social media ads. And then not only goes to your website, but then converts and purchases something.
And I had that notification, I think, pop up today that we could sync Shopify with the business suite. Okay. And you guys have done that before.
Yeah, you can do that with a lot of third-party services, like event booking platforms or appointment scheduling. So that makes it even easier. But
and can you make the blog to?
So you would look through your Google Analytics or your website traffic to find the readership there.
Yeah, that's a little more easy.
Yeah,
but
so you can find.
Obviously, if you're posting about it, you might just either check your Meta Business or those posts specifically. But
yeah, that's something that we found is there's been times where we've, let's say, posted a blog and we didn't have an ad budget to promote that blog, but we wanted people to read it. And we were like, oh, not that many people are putting their eye. Develop like a 3-post organic campaign. So one goes out the day the blog drops or in advance to say, look forward to this. One goes out maybe a few days later and then maybe a week later as kind of a follow-up campaign to that. Because if it's organic and it's on your website, people are going to have to know that it's there and be driven there.
Absolutely. And another piece to consider is, do you have your profile set up to where the link to that blog is? And Instagram captions, that's not always the smartest thing. You want to make sure something's in your bio. Obviously on Facebook, you can put a a link, so it's different, but like optimizing your profile to where the least amount of clicks possible,
Yeah.
easy access, everything must be quick and to the point these days, it seems,
Yeah,
depending on the subject.
sure.
We
Yeah.
use Linktree on Instagram,
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
you click on the link in the bio on Instagram, it'll have
Yeah.
a direct link to the latest
Mhm.
blog. It's a little bit of maintenance to make sure that you're keeping up on that. We definitely have forgotten in the past.
Sure.
I've forgotten so many times to
Yeah.
update it, but just reminding yourself, it really does create a very more, like a very comprehensive and yet very simple way for your
Mhm.
campaign to get them from the feed onto your website.
Yeah.
And you can also track Linktree
Yeah, I was gonna say
clicks.
they have
Okay.
analytics as well. And if you pay a certain subscription, you can actually brand it to, you know, which is nice. And I know that Instagram is allowing it. I don't know if it's maxed
I
out or not.
was just using that this week for an event, and you can put like 3 or 4 on there.
That's so great. They
So
have
for
it.
tip, like I was selling tickets to an event, and because on Instagram you can't put the link, so
Yeah.
I could put it in the bio, my website bio, and then link it. I was driving
Yeah.
to my website.
Mhm.
Okay.
Another helpful thing you can do, what is your website service? Like what is your base?
We use Shopify, or you?
Oh, okay. So you don't have another like word.
Right. I don't.
No.
No, I think
It's a Shopify site.
Yeah.
I wonder if it has a pop-up ability. So if
Oh,
you
yeah.
if you had a
Oh,
blog,
it does.
yeah, why
we
not?
would be able to have something pop up.
When they come to your homepage,
Mhm.
then even if they were there to look for something else, then it reminds them that there's a blog available. You know, little ways you can remind your following.
Or a banner on the top.
Yeah,
right.
optimizing your website, I guess, is a good.
Yeah,
Other
optimizing your website. Yeah, for sure. That's all. It's all.
Oh, I had it. It was a women's retreat.
Oh,
Yeah, and so to be able to buy the tickets and early bird special and all that kind of stuff.
oh,
And
cool.
so it's like, well, how do you get them to go from Instagram to get the tickets? And then
Yeah.
I said that in one now, so.
Yeah.
For an organic post, yes. And if you do like an advertisement on Instagram, you can set it up through Meta to have the direct link to your event tickets or for more information on your website. So that's usually a campaign, and there's something as clear of a goal as getting people to sign up for an event. We will just run an ad, and there's no link that they have to click. They just click the ad and it goes directly where you want to take them. And you can also target that way, which is nice.
Yeah.
Have you done that yet?
Well, I was trying to, because I redid my website,
Mhm.
instead of, like, the last one I did, I just had to buy tickets directly through,
Like Eventbrite or something?
yeah. Off my site.
Right.
So this time I put it up on my site
Cool.
on a page.
With
so
a button.
And had it direct there and then buy the ticket from my site,
Cool.
which would still take them to Eventbrite, but they had to now go to my website, direct traffic. So
Yep.
by doing that, like the traffic on my website, like quadrupled
Yeah,
in
great.
just a month.
That's
awesome.
super. We
So-
always recommend that, and just keeping that page really simple to the point of
Yeah.
having a very clear button that drives right to get their tickets. Symphony in Tacoma, and they were trying to drive event tickets. And when we drove to their website page, we weren't managing their website, but it was just a ton of content. You had to scroll and scroll to figure out where to even get them. So as long as you're able to track your website traffic with a really simple blurb, get them to actually convert and not just fall off while still getting those numbers. That's
Yeah, I just
awesome.
wasn't sure if it was too many clicks, because
Yeah.
they say you want to keep them on, and so I was like, well, it's 2 clicks, but to see the new website.
Yeah,
right.
And it was very short on that actual page, just like the date and what it was with the picture.
Yeah,
And then when
exactly.
they clicked on to buy the tickets, obviously everything was there, the QAs and all that kind of
Totally.
stuff. So I was like,
Yeah.
well, 2 clicks wasn't too bad, but
Yeah.
If they've made it to a certain point, they'll continue on.
Yeah.
You know, and there's only so much available to us technology wise. Like some people understand that. It's just condensing where you can.
And your goal, first, because we found, for example, let's say that they clicked to your Eventbrite and they're not sure, what if I arrive early? Can I bring a friend? Is food provided? What time is checkout? Maybe that's not all answered in the Eventbrite, or even what is your business? What else do you do? It's kind of nice to drive them to your website so that they can view your frequently asked questions. They can view your contact page and see testimonials, as long as you have that button, a new tab.
Yeah.
So that when they do click that button to leave your website, it's not making your website just close out immediately and decreasing your time on site. It's gonna open up separately, and then if they want to check it out later, then they can, and it's there for them. It's awesome.
So yeah, it was interesting to see how it works differently this time versus having to go straight to that, right?
Yeah. How was your event? Did it go well?
It was good.
Good.
Yeah, it went really well. I find it interesting though, and this is just a side note. Posted had the link for the tickets to where to purchase them, and I still had people reach out and like, where do we get the tickets? I don't know how more clear I could have been when it's like here,
Yeah.
like here, for taking, purchase tickets.
Yeah.
You're like, you're on the website, and this and that. There's 3 people are like, how do we get tickets? And I'm like, so then then you look on your phone, because most people are seeing it on their phone, and depending on what phone you had, the button for the tickets wasn't showing.
Oh yeah.
That's why people are like, where do I get this? And I'm like, really? Like,
Yeah. It's, but
Little
sometimes we say you have to treat, social media users, which we are them, like they're kindergartners. Sometimes we'll put in a caption like, join us today at 1 p.m. Tickets will be available at the door. And then all of the comments are like, what time is it opening? And will I be able to get tickets at the door, and messages?
Yeah.
So again, it's important to stay on top of it and reply to those things, because it's just inevitable that people won't read. There's too much going on.
That's in every business. I worked in coffee, had a menu fully available right in front of you. Like, I mean, it was like, what do you have?
Right here.
That's just how common sense is different for everybody. And I think that engagement aspect, because like you said, it's inevitable that someone will miss something, and here's the thing, a lot of them usually realize, wow, that was really stupid of me. But if you have taken the time to comment back or reach out to them, they're going to be, that was just so nice of them. It also just creates a good start to a relationship. They've been given a little bit of grace,
Shows that you're responsive and that you're
Yeah.
actually engaged, and this isn't just a way for you to make a quick buck.
well, it was a chance to, for those people, I just sent them the link
Yeah.
to the ticket on my website.
Exactly.
So they had to go right back to it again.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So,
great.
oh, here you go. Here's the direct link.
Did you do a Facebook event?
Yeah, it was on everything.
Okay, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We've been really experimenting lately with running display ads that Facebook event, and that can be great too, to do both. We have a client, Lakewold Gardens, over on the west side, and they're like a venue, and they have a botanical garden. And they've been doing a Halloween event this month, so we've been running a display ad with like a photo and graphic and all the event information, and then also organic posts to support promoting the event, as well as boosting the actual Facebook event, so that people can mark themselves as going as or interested, and then they can just find all the details there in the description, and get reminded as you're already doing. That's great.
Are there any other comments or questions?
All ladies now. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, and have a wonderful day.